In this session, we're going to explore business test automation approach for SOAP UI, using SOAP UI for so-called SOAP or Simple Object Access Protocol. First of all, in SOAP UI, you can create SOAP or REST, representational state transfer, same as in Postman. Here in Endpoint Explorer, you might select any method you want to implement for REST. Not our objective right now. You can easily create new project, new SOAP, new REST project. It doesn't take much time and it's pretty simple. I already created it. Let's quickly explore it. First of all, country info service. Here we go. Overview, test suites, everything else. First of all, you might explore the web services, so-called WSDL. You can see WSDL, wide service definition, language definition. You might explore it itself to understand it fully. For example, types, messages. Let me go from the bottom. It's gonna take time. Service, what kind of service you're using? Operations, and so on. First of all, you need to know your WSDL. Secondly, test suites I have 2 and test cases 22. All you need to know how to create this test suite. Double click on it. And we might execute single test case or test suite. Projects like that are available in each company because each self-respecting company has wide public service, publicly available. Let's take a typical test case here. It's capital city. For example, let me execute a single test case. For example, for Canada, it's Ottawa. Or you can execute the test suite itself. You can execute it in parallel or sequential. Let's go in parallel, and you see the execution in parallel. All passed. Let's switch to sequential. It's gonna be one by one. I'll drop it right here and I'll execute it. As you can see. Very good. It is pretty easy to understand how to test publicly available web service for your corporation, for your company. Also, it's not everyday functional of it's not everyday type of projects indeed. And you might not involve additional resources as quality assurance manager or team or test lead. You might consider to do it using your internal resources. Like I said, it's not technical, it's a business overview for this tool, particularly for publicly available web service. And if you ever need to learn how to use SOAP UI for public service technically, you might visit my IT Professional Business School new YouTube channel under playlists. Let's find it. Here it is, Web Services Fundamentals with Postman and SOAP UI. Once again, SOAP UI is for publicly available web service, and Post UI and Postman API exists for unit testing, for unit functional or regression testing, sending simple APIs.